Welcome to the DMVz Vibe podcast. I'm Miss Pink.
And I'm fairly swagger.
And happy Sunday, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are in November. Tomorrow is Fearless birthday.
It's my birthday.
Yes. I'll be saying she the last of the Mohicans because in our sister circle, her birthday does fall last.
That's fine.
We
Last shall be first, and first shall be last. That's what it said.
I am thankful though on Friday that we were all able to get on a group FaceTime call and just like woosah talk and plan our next gathering because we have been slacking. Everybody life been life and so we gonna end the year with a bang with the sister circle. So I'm looking forward to our gathering.
Yeah, got my karaoke song ready.
And y'all, I have a karaoke machine that it just be sitting in my closet. I don't even use it like that for real until the holidays come. I feel like that's when I use it the most.
And we gonna use it.
Yeah. Speaking of song, is this the song you got? You said that no, that's not the same one. Cause at the beginning of the year you did a country song and threw me off.
At the beginning.
I was not ready.
So I like singing country music and karaoke because you know what? I like to bring shock value to karaoke because it shocks the people. The people be shocked. So his his name is it EJ? I can't remember. It's EJ. I feel like it's EJ Jones. I'm not.
It was.
But he got this song called Gas Station Love, and I really like that song. That boy can sing, and I seen him on TikTok. He went viral on TikTok because he was singing it. I believe it was at somebody's funeral, and he young because he remind me of
He looked really
like a child I may have taught. He really young, but that boy has such a rich old school voice. Like
if we judge the book by its cover,
you wouldn't see it because he got his little fronts in his mouth, and he looked like a little YN. But that boy can sing, and I listen to that song about 18,000 times a day.
When I first pulled him,
the gas station.
Yeah, he got a real soulful sound.
It's real soulful,
and he's like, it made me feel like he may have had some older parents. He might have been like the last kid that was born. His parents might have been.
It gives kind of like DC Young Fly. How DC Young Fly calls his brother his grand brother. Very much so. Because his brother's like 60. So yeah, it gives that. But I love that.
He has
song.
a beautiful voice.
Love his voice.
Beautiful voice. So today's show, we are going to title this show "The Weight We Carry," and we're going to be talking specifically about Black women. We talked a lot earlier this year about Black men and the weight that they carry. We actually titled the show that. But today's show is going to be about us, ladies, talking about Black women and the weight that we carry, and the freedom to evolve once we learn how to let go of that weight we carry. Um, so the song that I would have to attach to this would have to be Erica Badu, Bag Lady. Because it didn't make sense to me until I became an adult, like what it really meant. And so just to talk a little bit about like what do you carry in your bag like on a daily basis? What's one thing that you just gotta have in your bag?
So what's in my bag now? I'm gonna talk about what's actually in my bag first. So what I always carry in my bag is some Carmex, some hand sanitizer because y'all nasty and dirty, and lotion. Now I don't go nowhere without those three things because I don't like no dry lips, dirty hands, ashy hands. I mean, dirty hands, ashy hands. I don't like none of those. But when we talk about my metaphoric bag, I think something that I always carry is the Lord. You gotta carry the Lord in your bag.
No limit soldier for the Lord today.
Always got a scripture
over here like Master P raising knees.
As you see, we going. We going back to Cali. But I feel like I always gotta carry, that part of me, like my spirituality, is definitely always in my bag. And definitely I'm gonna say my perseverance and resilience are definitely in my bag every day. Patience is slowly but surely tipping out the bag. But definitely perseverance and resilience, and I feel like I need that every day working with these kids, uh working with these adults, living
Mhm.
in this economy we live in this world we live in, this corpse that's running America. um you need all those things, those that resilience, because some days you really just want to give up, like you just, I don't even know. And when I say give up, I don't want nobody to think I'm like suicidal or nothing. That's not what I mean. But it's like some days at work, I just be like, why am I here? Why am I standing in front of y'all kids? Because y'all don't
Mhm.
care, y'all don't listen. So it's like still trying to push through, because why chase the 100 when I could just chase the 99? Ooh, shout out to my one of my old teachers got that from. But yeah, those are probably the things that are in my
Um, well, I just recently started carrying bags.
bag.
Physically, I just recently started carrying
And them
bags.
bags little that she carried too. So
They do.
yeah.
I can definitely fit everything into a compact purse real quick. Um, I don't know. Like I'll carry a book bag before a regular purse. It's just too much. But in my bag, I probably would say I'd be finding shit to put in there a lot. Uh, but like a CarMax is definitely one. Um, since COVID, I think got a little bit better keeping hand sanitizer because since I had stopped working with kids, I didn't feel like I
Oh
had
no,
to carry
baby.
it all
Mm-mm.
the time.
Adults
But
is dirty too.
yeah, they is, and I definitely carry it more now. But the one thing that's always in my purse, it's a weapon. Hmm. A weapon is always in there. And if we going somewhere there's security, I'm gonna try to figure out how I can get it in there on my persons. But um, and I feel like it's kind of sad that we gotta say that you have to almost have a weapon if you're a female.
Especially, I just say,
Um,
especially as a woman.
traveling because like we both be on the road a lot. I'm not gonna say it's just me. We both be traveling a lot, and we're independent women, not by choice. But
My weapon is definitely in my car
yep,
on the right by the driver's side.
I have
Cause I need.
multiple in multiple places. And so it's like just I try to have on the face now. Like I used to walk around and look mad. Now I be smiling, but like please don't come mess with me because I know I'm not wrapped
Try
that
me,
tight.
try me.
Yeah, I'm not wrapped that tight. And some days are better than others. Cause the Lord be with me, but he also know my heart. So FAFO. Uh, um, but I would say for I won't say I don't really have any emotional baggage that I'm carrying. I think sometimes I really have to remain grounded because people be trying to trigger the old me to come out. And so um I definitely would say I have patience in a lot of situations where I don't let things really shake me too much. I might be irritated or frustrated in the moment, but I don't really hold on to it. Um, I got a lot better at that because I read something and it definitely like put things into perspective. Like an emotional 10-second reaction can cause me some years, and I don't really think I look good in orange or green. and so and
Federal
so
gray.
yeah, I don't think that that's not my life. That the Lord didn't have that purpose for me. Um, and so I try my best to really just remain grounded. I do have to say that I do have people that I call on though, like
Hmm.
like to like help center me when I do get irritated. Resilience was a good word. Um, when you work in customer service, um, whew,
Oh Jesus,
customer service, serving
hallelujah.
people at any level, whether it's children, adults, um, sometimes family. like serving people on any level, like you gotta give them grace. And I be trying to allow people grace.
Sometimes grace is not sufficient
Yeah.
enough.
So we Phyllis and I talked about it a little bit that like while I may be the person who's not delivered from my facial expressions, generally she's gonna follow it with the words that match my facial expressions in a lot of different instances or conversations. Um but as far as bad, I would say like that's it. But I feel like it's a lot of people in the world walking around with some heavy emotional bags.
Yeah, carrying a lot of, it's a lot of kids that's walking around with a lot of emotional baggage because they've experienced a lot of trauma and they don't know how to unpack that bag. They don't know how to unpack those emotions. They don't know how to unpack that trauma. You have some adults who don't know how to unpack those emotions, unpack that trauma, and you see how it spills out in other areas of your life because sometimes that bag it becomes too heavy and you at the top, so it starts the overflow. And when we talk about baggage, when it starts to spill out, that means everybody else is going to feel it. Everybody else can see it. Everybody else can come in contact with what's falling out of your bag, what's flowing out of your bag. And depending on what it is, it can affect everybody around you. So it's not just affecting you anymore. Now, whatever you're holding on to, you're harboring, or you're struggling with, people can see that because now people can see you. So I definitely say, especially with kids, like I definitely see that working with children that they got some things that they have to deal with. But it also could be because they're also picking up weight from their parents. They're picking up weight from these parents who, or the adults around them who've never unpacked their own bags. And so whatever is spilling out is now spilling out onto their child. Or they
some children come from a trauma bonded relationship.
Yes, and I really think people need to really understand that trauma bonding is real. Like people really do become friends with each other, basically seriously bonding over a terrible thing. And it's and then even with trauma bonding, when one is starting to heal from that trauma,
I know where you going with it,
and starting to move away from that trauma, that's when the problems arise within the relationship or the friendship because now you no longer share that trauma.
And that was the only thing that y'all really had in common
in the first place.
And so and I think that also comes to like you see it play a lot in friendships where it's almost feels like I don't want you to move past me. I want you to be stuck right here in it with me. And it's like, no, like we adults now. We gotta grow. And specifically for our sisters, like stop getting with people who have not done the work to heal their self. Because we start, especially if you're a person who's a nurturer, you will blindly start carrying that weight yourself.
Ooh, child, that was my last relationship.
And it can affect you in so many different ways where it can cause friction in that relationship. It can come out as because they are still there. They don't want you to be the normal version of yourself because they want you to feel the same way that they feel. But then it also starts making them feel better that they've changed you. And that was something that I unfortunately had to learn the hard way myself, being in a relationship. And learning how to that wasn't normal. That's what I had to learn, that it wasn't normal because I feel like my mom gave it's like a gift and a curse to have a kind heart because you want to do things naturally for people that you care about and you love, but then you aren't taught that so many people start to take advantage of that. And after a while of being taken advantage of, like some people change, it changes people and it makes them a horrible person and they can never recover from it. So, like, ladies, please, please, before y'all lay down with that man, like, really start having real serious conversations about their upbringing, where they are currently in their life. If they have children, what's their relationship like with their child's mother?
Mhm.
Like, it's just so important to not, don't be picking up other people's bags, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Don't be
that's
picking up other people's bags.
listen. I don't. You already got enough to carry yourself. I don't want to pick up the baggage. I want to help you unpack it.
Well,
But you gotta be willing to want to unpack it. Now I'm not going to open the bag. You gotta open the bag and start pulling things out, and I help you sort through what you're pulling out. But it still falls on you wanting to do the work and wanting to heal. And I definitely will say, especially when it comes to relationships, ladies, please follow your intuition. Trust your discernment, because if I would have, and it's no shade, me and my ex, we cool, like it's no beef. We not had this conversation, whatever. But if I would have followed my intuition and would have stayed hesitant, because I was hesitant, took
as
me
someone who was there,
it took me a lot, like if I would have followed my intuition and stayed hesitant, then I wouldn't even went through what I went through. But it definitely was a learning lesson for me. And it taught me a lot about myself.
I remember the day y'all met.
Uh,
Rest in peace, Red Zone Blitz.
woo, yeah, red zone blitz. And I say most fault. Anyway, but it taught me a lot about myself, and I felt like I came out of that situation stronger. But the hard part was I had to lose myself in the midst of everything to come back from that. And it took people from that knew me to kind of like send me down, like, come on, bro, like what you doing? But definitely, like, when it comes to the baggage and their upbringing and their relationship, and even their relationship with their mama, how they talk to their mama, sisters, all of those things, that all of that stuff plays a factor um when it comes to choosing a partner. And not
Hmm.
definitely for sure now, like, my eyes and ears is open, and definitely when it comes to stuff like that, because if you're disrespecting your mama, I know you have no problem disrespecting me.
Hmm.
So
And I feel like sometimes, like in relation, especially if you dating someone who has kids, like you, well, for most people, because I ain't gonna say all, for most women, like I said, we're nurturers, we caretaking, and sometimes we tend to overstep our boundaries, but
mhm.
people are okay with you overstepping them because it lightens their load. And so I just think that we have to be more aware of the situation that we're actually stepping into. Like, I'm after dealing with someone for almost 5 years and they already had a child, me coming into the relationship. Now dating, I'm like, if you have a kid, I want you to be the best parent to your child
Mhm.
and be the best version of you that you can be. I'm not gonna get in the way of that. I ain't gonna have no problem with that. I understand that dating people with kids, they sacrifice their time when they're dating. So don't ever pick me over your kid.
Please don't.
Don't ever cancel something with your kid. Talking about we gonna no. I'm not gonna ever be okay with that. But I do want you to work on being the best parent that you can be. Um, I don't want to meet your kid too soon
That
because
is a red flag and a turn off.
I felt like my downfall in that relationship is that I knew I should have left a long time before I did. And I stayed because of the kid. And this wasn't even a kid that I had with him. But it's like I was so active with him. It's like it almost felt he was like a part of me. And it was so hard for me to walk away and choose me. So I felt like, all right, I'm gonna give him more time to finish working on this. No, no, it is not your job to stay and wait to see if someone is going to change. Like I listen to a lot of therapists and or like therapists that are online when they say it's not your job to change someone, to wait and see if they're going to make a change. Don't be dwelling on the potential that they could have. um Go off of what you see in front of your face. Like, I'm a big person of actions speak louder than
I
words.
say call a spade a spade.
Yeah, because I at this age I don't have no more time to waste with people. So please do the work yourself. I done did the work to work on myself, and people who've known me in all those seasons know I done changed a lot. A lot. And for me to be where I'm at, I can't be with anyone who will jeopardize what I have, let alone you bringing all your drama to me, and I'm just here peaceful. Because one thing I'm gonna always have is peace and jokes. And so if you jeopardize the peace, I the only joke is gonna be is you won't ever see me.
Joke's on you, buddy.
Well, it's like even with our family, I think sometimes we're in positions, especially like if you're the oldest child or
Or
the
the
first
only.
daughter or the only child, like you get responsibilities that are put on you, and you don't really get a voice on what you can and can't take. There's no, and a lot of times in black family, there's no preparation for the roles that you're thrown into.
Mm-hmm.
There's aren't enough conversations about certain things. Again, I try to give parents grace because, you know, with my dad, he's the middle child. He is not the oldest. He's the first boy, but no, I take that back. He is not the first boy. He is the third one, the second boy, but the third child. Um, so he couldn't prepare me to know how to be the oldest child. There's no conversation for that. And I think that's one of the reasons like me and my aunt are extremely close because my experiences, she kind of like helps me talk through them. Um, and sometimes like I had to really sit and have a conversation with both my mom and my dad because they they said it was an accident, so I had to just take it at that. But they put responsibilities on me when it came to my younger siblings. Um, that now in hindsight, they're like, well, we should have just let you be a kid. I'm like, yeah, don't help now, but thanks. But it doesn't help. Like, um, be careful what you're putting on children.
I think that's like, especially in the black family, I think that's just like something that was passed down. Like I think about like my mom and her siblings. Um, my mother was 8 of 10. She was number 8. So, and she was, I can't remember the full amount of years, like how she was from the oldest, but like her youngest brother, which is my favorite uncle, they were 13 years apart. So there was big age gaps between all of the siblings, especially the latter ones. Like my mother and 8 and 9, which is my other favorite, my favorite aunt, my aunt Chelsea. They are literally like 18 months apart, if that. So, but then you had like other big age gaps, and I remember when stuff would happen in the family. Um, and this is when like all of them was still alive, all everybody was still here. When stuff would happen in the family, everybody would go to my aunt Ann, but that's because she was the oldest. So it always felt like responsibility was supposed to fall on her, but she was not responsible. She was not the most responsible. And I think that sometimes we see this in a family dynamic, especially in a black family. Y'all feel like, oh, this is the oldest. They You put stuff on them, but sometimes the oldest child is not the most responsible one. Cause to be honest, it was not my aunt Ann. It was before my mother. that it was my mother, my aunt Chelsea, and my uncle Sam. The last three that was born, those was the ones to me that was the most responsible. And then my uncle Joe for it. Um, he was down in North Carolina. He passed the year after my mom did, or matter of fact, I think the same year. But he was responsible to me. He was one of the responsible ones in North Carolina, but he wasn't the oldest son. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes in family dynamics, they give people the responsibility because you're the oldest. You're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be the responsible one. You're supposed to carry all of these things, and sometimes it's too much for the oldest, so it's not built for them. Maybe the
Yeah.
middle child or the younger child. And I've seen this in family dynamics too, where the oldest has no control. The youngest is the one that makes all the decisions when it comes to the
Mm-hmm.
mother and the father and stuff like that, because they are the more responsible one. So,
And it's multiple reasons I feel like it could
hmm
happen though, like especially if you are a young parent and your child is like growing up with you, you're still learning, so it's kind of hard for you to pass on those things to your
hmm
child to prepare them the right way. But you might have got it right on your second kid or the kids after them. And so, like, I understand both sides, and that's why I say I do give grace. But it's never too late to have them conversations with your children, like no matter what age they are. So, because sometimes there were lessons that were missed, that were vital, and it
hmm
can affect um each of our identity and our personality, and how we show up in friendships and relationships, by the lessons and common sense. Because I feel like it's a lot of people in our generation had like a little bit common sense, but it must have stopped there.
yeah, and it must have been the bare minimum.
It had to have stopped there. Um, what do you wish that, like, when we look at each generation and how responsibilities are divided, or things that we choose to take on, what do you think should be done differently, like going forward?
I think going forward, I think we need to just, when it comes to kids, allow kids to be kids. But then also realize that this is kind of what boggles my mind with grown people. Um Kids have feelings, and they feel just like we feel. Okay. Because if you can say how you feel as an adult and you know how things make you feel, or you feel a certain way, you don't think children have feelings. You don't think kids get upset. You don't think kids get hurt. Like, uh, they're little humans. They're human too. They're just
Mm-hmm.
little.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think apologizing. It's okay to apologize to kids. I think it was like Thursday. This week was hell on wheels with this sharing. But Thursday it was these little group of little girls. They was playing around. They was basically trying. Some of these L students be acting like they don't understand English all the way, and some of them do. So they really be playing in your face sometimes. So it was a group of girls. They basically was playing, and another staff member face. So like but you understood what we were saying, but you was trying to lie. We caught them in a lie. So like I was raising my voice at them to tell them like, come on, stop playing, go where you supposed to go, because they really was playing games. So one of my other little students, my little poodoo came, and like I didn't mean to yell at her. And I was like, my bad. And she was like, I said, okay, my bad, my bad. I'm so sorry. I said, I wasn't even for you. I was just dealing with them. I apologize. We hugged it out. She went to class. It was good. So I think like being able to apologize to kids when you are wrong, or when you say things, or because sometimes it's not purposeful. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like that instant, it wasn't purposeful. It was just like I was caught up in the middle of whatever was going on. I was already irritated because it was taking way too long to get these little girls in the class because they was playing games. So it was just like, oh, okay, taking that moment, be like, all right, you know what, I'm sorry, like that wasn't for you. You right. And I think that as adults, like you can humble yourself in situations like that. I've had situations like that before where another student came to me, was like, hey, you made me feel this and this. And I was like, you know what? That wasn't my intentions. And this was me just like giving the kid advice, but she just was like, she wished that it would have just been me and her and that, because it was other staff in it, and the other staff, we all were saying the same thing, but she didn't really care. Ain't really care about them. She was more in her feelings about me, and I understand that because that's my girl. So it's like, all right, cool. So being able to apologize and admit when you wrong, because the one thing that I really did not like sometimes when it came to my mother is like when she knew that she would like when she would be mad at me or whatever, like, you know how black mothers, they mad at you, they don't talk to you, but then like 2 hours later, they just be talking to you like ain't nothing happened. Lady, you was just mad at me 2 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? I wish like being able to talk through it versus just acting like whatever just didn't happen 2 hours ago or an hour ago. I think just being able to talk through your feelings and your emotions instead of just moving forward. And I think sometimes that affects us as we get older because we don't know how to talk through our feelings, we don't know how to talk through our emotions. So we just move on. And the moving on, just things start piling up and piling up and piling up. And so
Turn to resentment.
now that causes, yes, that causes resentment. And I also feel like, and this is something that I'm still working on even now, like just because that's your family, like you're not obligated to say yes to them.
Boundaries.
And if you say no, like you can't get in your feelings because I said no, or I'm not available for this, or I just don't, or just because I don't feel like it.
I don't owe you an excuse.
Right. And I think that's another thing. I feel like family sometimes, and I'm not just talking about like immediate family like mother and father, I'm talking about cousins and aunties and uncles, nieces, nephews, like family feels like you have an obligation towards them because they're family, and you don't. If you don't have no place to stay and I don't want you in my house, you're not coming to my house. I don't care if I got 18 empty rooms. If I'm not comfortable with you in my house, I know how you move, whatever, and I don't want nobody in my house, you're not coming to my house. I'm sorry, you're going to find somewhere else to go.
Sorry, not sorry.
Especially if you grown as hell. Like, so I think that's something like moving forward that we really need to break that cycle. And I know this is not even a color thing, because I know this happens across all types of cultures and generations when it comes to family. Like, you are not obligated to take care of your family. That's, excuse me, especially a family like you didn't create it. Your kids, that's different. You marry your husband, wife, that's different. But I'm not obligated to take care of my cousin that don't got nowhere where to go.
Yeah,
Like,
telling people that's your family. It's like saying it's okay they disrespect you. It's okay to like because you gonna do it because you're their family.
yeah, just
Nah,
let them mooch off you. Let them
fuck
mooch off
that.
you.
Hey, listen, I tell people all the time, I ain't asked to be born in this family. I disappear here,
God
and
gave me these people. I didn't ask for these people. These are the
yes,
people that God gave me.
and I think sometimes it's a lesson in everything. To go back to what you were saying about apologizing to children when you're wrong or if they took some the wrong way and talking to them, it's a perfect time to have a teachable moment to teach them accountability because we're living in a generation of people who lack accountability and like they want to push it off on other people or they want to be in victim mode all the time, and it's like no, in every situation, and I do mean every situation, there's an opportunity for you to look and say, okay, what could I have done differently? Even if it was something as simple as, damn, I should have asked them, did they need anything before I just went into XYZ? Like, it's so in every situation, there's something that can be done differently. It doesn't mean that it'll necessarily change the outcome, but it's that's emotional maturity as well. Like being able to
Which people lack.
a lot, a lot. And some of those small things that if we were able to incorporate it into our everyday language, it would help build communication skills. Like everything is not an attack, especially when you're setting boundaries. I think that's a big thing. Like people take setting boundaries so personal. And it's like the boundaries is because I was not operating in the best version of myself. And so now I have to put these in place. Boundaries are rules for myself to not put myself back in the space where I felt disrespected or didn't feel appreciated. That's how I look at boundaries.
I saw a video on TikTok, and the girl basically was saying how once you begin setting boundaries, you are looked at as being mean.
Hmm.
And that's when you become like the meanest, hardest person in other people's eyes. And I was like, you know what? I definitely feel that, because when people are so used to you basically people pleasing and just accepting whatever and allowing people to do certain things, or always being that yes person, when you start to set those boundaries, like that, people struggle with that, because
Hmm.
now it's like, oh, you being mean, like what you mean, no, like what you mean you can't do this, what you mean you can't do that. And I had, because I talked about this in therapy last year, when I had to set a boundary with somebody that I don't even know if I want to call it dating, but it was the longest 6 weeks of my life. But
It was a free. It was a free trial.
baby, but when I had set my boundary, that's when the true colors came out. And it wasn't, all it was I just don't want to talk to you every morning from 6 something until I get to work until 8 o'clock. That's literally what it was. Because in the morning, literally is my time. Like I get up, I go to the gym, I come home, I shower, and I listen to my gospel music. That is my time with the Lord.
And
And
you get
me,
up at the crack of dawn
I
too.
do. I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and so I'm getting myself and my mind right for work. And this particular person, like even talking to him, he would piss me off. So it would set me off. Now I'm irritated, getting ready to go into the building. So now I gotta reset my energy because you done said some dumb shit that made me mad at 7:45 in the morning on a Tuesday. So I was like, you know what, I just wanna created a boundary. And once I created a boundary, that's when the crazy came out. So I
Mm.
just feel like once you really start creating those boundaries, whether it's family, friends, dating, whoever, like you start to see the real character. If somebody really care about you and really rock with you, they will understand your boundary. And nothing will change about the dynamics
Hmm.
of your relationship or your friendship. But if they have an issue with the boundary, that's when you kind of start to see, you be like, yeah, no. That to me, that means that you only really cared about what I could do for you. And now that I'm doing
Selfish.
something for myself, or even if I'm not saying that I'm not gonna not do or be there for you in a certain way, it's just I gotta change how I'm gonna be there for you. I gotta change the amount that I'm there for you,
Hmm.
because I just can't do it. And they start to really show their true colors, and that really show you like that's not, they not for you. That's not your tribe, that's not your person, or whatever the case may be.
One thing I definitely learned over the last year of doing family therapy, like, so I think one of the things that I really struggled with growing up is having a voice and finding my voice to keep it at a respectful place because I have a southern grandmother and excuse me, some of the things that was instilled in her, she instilled into my dad. And so anytime I tried to even ask certain questions, it was like I said what I said. I'm like, okay, but and it was like no buts. Like so that's one of the things in a black family is like sometimes take time to listen to what your children have to say because they may be asking questions of clarity.
Mm-hmm.
And if you keep trying to silence them, like living with that continuously is like you're trying to take away their voice and that goes with them into adulthood where Now they're in situations and can't speak up for themselves. And you as the parent is looking like, well, why didn't you say something?
Because
Because
you
yeah.
told me I
Right.
couldn't.
All the adults in my life told me that I couldn't say nothing. And so that's why a lot of times here on the podcast, if y'all see me talking about my story, sometimes I may get a little bit teary eyed because it's just I finally learned my voice and to be able to speak up for myself. It's my platform, and I don't care who it offends, because that was one of the big things that I struggle with is I didn't want to disappoint people. I didn't want to come off as being disrespectful. Well, now after doing all the therapy and the work, it's like, no, I'm going to be who I am.
Hmm.
It does come with, I still respect people, but I have a boundary where I'm not going to water myself down to please anyone. And my parents had to learn that the hard way. Um, like, this is the person that, y'all raised me to be. So you're going to have to learn how to understand me in this part of my life where I'm not just because, oh, you can't talk to so and so like this because okay, well, ain't nobody take that into consideration when it came to me. And I'm not trying to keep pushing that on to nobody because I'm always going to respect people, but at the same time I'm going to be myself. I've never spoke from a place of just spewing anger, but I do always speak on my experiences. I don't have no problem saying no no more. I think that's the big thing when it comes, especially children and parent relationships,
Hmm.
is we do a lot of people pleasing to our parents sometimes,
Yes.
and it really does water us down, and it's draining. It is super draining. Um, so I ask that anyone who, if that is you, go to therapy first, because sometimes trying to have those conversations, they're not easy
Yes.
at all.
Need that guidance.
And so going to a therapist can definitely help you um, figure out how to start the conversation, one, how to set those boundaries, what it looks like, because how I set my boundaries may not be the same for you. I feel like my mom understood way before my dad did. Like, it took me going through a period. He'll probably tell you I went through a period. I didn't talk to my dad for like a whole year because he had it made up in his mind a version of me that, one, no longer existed. Two, I was not reliant upon him. And so I'm a person of actions. Like, if I tell you this is what it is and I feel like you are not getting the message of what I'm trying to say, you don't want to hear nothing that I gotta say, now I have to show you. And so, and people that I didn't cut off, if y'all get in the comments, that's on you. But they know I stand on business. Like, once I no longer want to deal with you,
Baby,
um
I will. You could walk right past you like you don't exist.
telling you what, when they say females be having mental funerals, they
Baby,
hey, every year it's somebody
take
who I ain't
me
talked to
to the
in 4 years
king.
keep trying to contact me. I don't know why, sir. I don't know
What do
why.
you want? What do you
I
want?
don't even want to know what you want because either way, it's a no.
It's gonna be a no for me.
Yeah, so like boundary, that's the biggest thing though. Is sometimes I feel like also we set boundaries, but we don't stick to them.
Yes,
So,
yes.
ladies, stop spinning the block. Stop spinning the block.
Love on a two-way street.
I think also like in my 20s, I looked at exes who wanted to spin the block as it being like a compliment when it's really not.
Yeah, I really thought that was my sneaky link. That was 15 years.
A
Mm.
sneaky link for 15?
Yeah, man.
Well, I can't say shit. I'm going to shut up for
That
me
was
because I don't even know how
a
many
high
years it
mess. Think I had to let him go.
I ain't even going to say it was a
Had a
sneaky
baby
link.
on me and
Like,
everything.
child, well, if I talk about, and my situation was not quite like that. It wasn't a sneaky link. I just
This
say
one
that
was a sneaky
I was a little
wild card.
I was a little slow, y'all. I was I was a little slow because he spent the block a lot of times, and it seemed like every time that we stopped talking, a new baby came, and I was like, "That's crazy," because I never met none of them kids, none. But hallelujah, thank God that is not my problem or my headache.
Hallelujah. Yes. Delivered
Yes,
from the
Lord.
lake.
Yes, Lord.
It's not my ministry anymore.
Yeah, no, I can't. I couldn't sacrifice like that. I know some people, they rekindle like Nelly and Ashanti. Who kudos to them. That is not an everyday life situation.
Yeah, some of those rekindle ships they are very once in a lifetime. And then we really don't know like their whole story. We don't know everything that happened between them behind closed doors. But it's some people that could
Yeah, because some people that we think, oh, it was one person that was the problem, and it could have been the opposite person.
that part.
Because I know for some people, I probably was the problem because you ain't like that I talk the way that I talk, and hey, that was on you. You shouldn't have pissed me off. But
I'm just saying. I'm laid back until I gotta sit up.
that part. But the biggest thing I want y'all to work on for real is setting boundaries, learning to say no. It's okay
It is
to say
okay.
no
It is
because
okay.
if you're a person who is about their business and you have a busy schedule, but you make time to show up, and I'm going to use Fearless as an example because she always makes time to show up for people. Make sure you take time for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Saying no, I know it's to some people in the beginning, saying no and setting boundaries, it kind of hurt a little bit,
I'll be honest.
and people be trying to make you feel guilty for it.
They
That's what I don't
definitely
like.
do, and I don't like that because nowadays I tell people like I was supposed to go to a game night Friday. I just couldn't do it. When I came home, I literally sat on the couch and sat laid across the couches in silence for an hour. So like for me, when I don't show up, it's literally because I don't have the mental capacity. I don't feel like being social. I don't feel like talking to nobody. I don't feel like being around nobody. And it's nothing personal, but like outside of work, like I'm always showing up, always making sure other people straight. Even if I'm not like physically going anywhere, I have friends that will tell you that when they're going through stuff, I will text them every day. I have one right now. I might not hear from him for a month because he going through something, but just know that I'm texting his phone every single day. And then when he called me, let me know he breathing, all right, we cool. But I'm never like, but that's still like because that's somebody I care about, I'm still gonna worry about you because I'm not hearing from you. You know what I'm saying? So I show up for people in other ways all the time. So sometimes, yeah, like leave me alone. And it's nothing personal. Like sometimes I don't want to talk on the phone. I don't want to be on FaceTime. I don't want to go nowhere. Like Friday night, I talked to them on FaceTime for a little bit, but I stayed in the house. Last night I've got a new little lounge set after I did my laundry and vacuumed my floor and stuff. I took a shower, put my lounge set on, and oh, I got a new ottoman that I put together and put my feet up. And that's what I did. This is
She really be setting the vibe, y'all. Like she showed us the vibe, and I understand why she be in her room and just be in her zone.
yes.
Um, that's a big thing. I feel like, especially in my 30s or over 35, like creating a space,
Whew. Yes.
creating a space where it's peaceful for you. It's your happy place. Like as much as we pay in bills, be happy in the house because a lot of y'all be
Listen,
outside a lot, and it's like you don't like your home.
if you don't have peace at home, something is wrong. Like your home is supposed to be your peace. And like my room, because I this summer I spent time like redoing my room. So my room literally is a comfort zone for me. It's a comfortable space for me. Like everything, like I got all new furniture, like new bed, new dressers, new TV stand, getting ready to buy me a new TV,
Yes,
computer
Barbara the
chair.
builder. She
And I really put all this stuff together by
she
myself
do.
with my fingernails on. So I really in there putting up wallpaper. I don't care what nobody say, but the $1.25 tree has some real cute peel and stick wallpaper. And best believe it's on the wall and it stays on the wall. It's not peeling off. It's not coming off. And I really just enjoy being in my room. And I'm laughing to myself because I was telling my sister circle yesterday about, like, I don't know what it is about me and LED lights now, but I like LED lights, and I have a sound machine,
Oh shit!
and
I thought you were about to say the clap. Never mind.
no, I have a sound machine. So everything in my room like is lights. And once you, I know some of y'all have who follow me on IG probably seen the video that I posted of me in my hallway, and I was talking about my room is a vibe with my affirmation little wall thing. But like it's really a whole vibe in it, and I really just be in my room laid out. Sometimes I don't even watch TV. I cut music on. I cut my lo-fi beats on. Um, and pick a background because the backgrounds be a vibe. You pick whatever, like, I want to be on the penthouse suite. I'll pick a background with a penthouse view with the rain and just really be in my room chilling. And it's so relaxing. And it has been times where I've been in my room 2 and 3 hours, literally sitting in the same spot and have not moved because I'm just relaxing. And that's
Mhm.
how I rejuvenate myself. Like
It's self care.
when you
Hmm.
find, and this is for anybody, when once you find comfort being alone, you are dangerous. And you are dangerous because you really don't need anybody
Hello.
for your happiness. Like, so I tell anybody, especially a man that I'm dealing with, you're here because I want you here. Because
That part. And
trust,
that hurt niggas' ego.
it really hurt
And
their
I'm gonna say
feelings.
niggas because I feel like ain't no man gonna be upset about that. So it hurt niggas'
Like they really be in their
egos.
feelings when you tell them that, like, I don't need you. Like I don't. You're here because I want you here. I invited you in my space because I want you here. But like
I think it hurt the ego because they really want to say, "Well, what do you bring to the table?"
like I'm the table on the spread.
I
Yeah.
bring to the table, bitch. I built the table that you trying to eat at. Now, what the fuck else do you
What do
want?
you bring it to the table? You know what
I'm
I'm
sorry, y'all. I don't talk like that to people that I like. But I feel like we are in a time like sometimes people just the entitlement
Yes.
of when getting to know people and dating people is just outrageous to me. Like, slow
Uh,
down, little fella. Slow down.
Slow down, little fella.
And slow it down. Like asking me asking people what they bring to the table while really getting to know them because a lot of people bring things that you can't physically see in front of you. They have stability in their life where they can help you in areas that you're not strong in. So let's be for real and stop asking them petty ass questions. And you really want to get to know somebody, ask real serious questions
Getting to
with
know
details.
you. Getting to know
She really got some for everything,
you.
y'all. um the last thing I really want us to work on, ladies, is understanding that growth is uncomfortable. It's gonna be uncomfortable. But I promise you on the other side of that is gonna be a version of you that is gonna appreciate you taking the time to work on yourself.
Mhm.
Not only is it gonna be uncomfortable for you, it's gonna be uncomfortable for the people around you.
Because they're not going to understand it.
And a lot of people don't want to see you change anyway because it doesn't benefit them.
When that access starts to change to you because you're growing, that's when people really you again, you start to see different colors and different versions of people that you didn't see or that you hadn't seen before. Because, like, I mean, it really is a growing pain.
Hmm.
And when you're going through your journey, like, I really had to learn that my journey is my journey, and it's not for anybody else, and it's not for anybody to understand but me. um and so when you are going through that growth period, whether it's spiritual, financial, anything like that, like, it people aren't necessarily going to understand, because sometimes when you are going through that growth, you have to isolate. So it's
Mhm.
kind of like you're in your season of wilderness. And so when you're in the wilderness, you're by yourself and it's nobody else around it. It's you and God or whoever you believe in, but it's for me, it's me and God. And we going through this together and I'm being guided on how to get through these things. But you know that as you're going through your journey and as you're growing, everybody can go.
Mhm.
And some people are going to get left behind because some people was only there for a season and some people were just a leaf
Mhm.
or they were dead weight. So
Discernment.
with that dead weight, they had to be cut off, they had to be pruned because you or even with somebody that was at one point in time was your root, that root is dead now. And that
Mhm.
root, the dead root is going to take away, it's going to suck up what the tree has. So
If you don't,
sometimes that root
you
got to
gotta
go.
let it go.
Yeah, gotta let it go. Praise the Lord. It's a Bible verse that go along with this about pruning, and I can't remember what it is, but I feel like it's in the book of James. But it talks about pruning or having God prune things out of you to and cut away the dead things so you can be fruitful.
Mm.
And not just fruitful for yourself, but you're fruitful for others as
Mhm.
well.
You trying to tie into my words of wisdom? Uh,
Mhm.
but definitely, I want everybody's takeaway today um, to be mindful of the weight that you're carrying. Not just on a daily basis, but emotionally, mentally, physically. Like, be mindful of the weight that you're carrying. Don't pick up things that don't belong to you. We are quickly approaching the end of this year, and with everything going on in the world, don't take
Mhm.
on nothing extra. Nothing. Your mental health is important, but guess who it's important to? It should be important to you because ain't nobody else gonna care about it. Um, Before we do our words of wisdom, two events that I want to make sure that we talk about. November 21st, which is a Friday. Y'all had seen Damo on the show. Big Bro is going to be a part of
Yes, my
um,
annoying big brother.
Grown Folk Music. The tickets are on Eventbrite. I'm going to have the link. That QR code did not fucking work, but I will post the link to the
I was
Eventbrite.
gonna say yeah, because I need to buy my
Um,
ticket.
we are going to be in the building. I'm going to be coming straight from work. So if you see me and I still have my work ID on, don't call me by that name you see on there, okay? Um, but make sure y'all get y'all tickets. As I said, I'm gonna post the flyer and the link to get y'all tickets. It is y'all want to get y'all tickets early because I think it's gonna be more at the door. But it's Friday, November 21st, 7 to 11.
That's
I believe.
also and that is also his mama birthday. Rest in peace, mama. But that's also his mom's birthday. So this show is definitely meaningful to him. My brother's been talking about this show for the longest. So I'm super excited for him. So we will definitely be in the building to support the light skin one.
Grown folk music is what they have called the show. So that's show number one. Couple weeks after that, y'all seen I just started posting promo for it. I really love the song that's attached to that promo. But it is the men's turn to be on the panel. And we are so excited to have the generational conversation, boys to men. We're going to have men from different decades, meaning ranging from 20s to 60s on our show to do the same thing that we did with our woman show,
Mhm.
discussing brotherhood, legacy, careers. I think it's going to be a good opportunity. So, ladies, yes, this is open to y'all
Yes,
as
ladies,
well.
come and ask them
Ladies,
questions.
come ask them questions so you can peek into the mind of a man and have a better understanding. And fellas, yes, y'all come out because like we just invited the ladies, so maybe we'll be playing Cupid in the room. Who knows?
I'm just saying, there's gonna be some nice single ladies in here. Some of the ladies from the panel said that they was coming back for the men's version, and then something. One of the ladies that was in the audience said she was coming back. So y'all might find some love.
Yes, it is limited seating, so make sure y'all get y'all tickets. The tickets is on the bio of my personal page and the podcast page. Vendors, we are actively looking for vendors. So all that information is posted on the link, or if you want to DM us and ask us any questions, that is December the 6th. Y'all, it's a Saturday, December the 6th, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. right here at Colossal Capital Creative Space. But don't just come up here if you ain't getting no ticket, because you're going to be outside. So make sure you get your ticket 1st. Please.
And for all the fellas, we definitely doing complimentary shots. You know, probably a little tequila, a little Hennessy.
Some raffles, and you know, the dopest bartender in the city is gonna be in here with 301 sips. Like we was last time, them drinks was hitting, boy. Had everybody in here a little hot.
It did.
But we're definitely looking forward to it. Did I say we're gonna have raffles? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do raffles again. But you never know who's gonna stop through. If you would like to be a sponsor, we also have information about that in the link as well. So again, check the bio on Instagram on the podcast page as well as it is posted on Facebook, and it will be on YouTube. Now to our words of wisdom. Amelia.
No matter.
Okay, so I'll start.
Okay.
I would say if this feels like a season of no for you, just understand that it's not no forever. It's just no right now. So do not take it personal. Take that time and use it as positive energy. Keep pouring into yourself. That means it's time to make a new plan. And you never know. Maybe that is whoever you believe in. And I'm gonna say God. So it may be God trying to tap into you to get you into your purpose. Like your divine purpose and alignment is something like you can't run from it. It's going to consistently. So if you keep feeling like you're missing out on something, take a step back and look at what are you running from that you should actually be locked in on. Um, just take your time, think it through, and understand that this no is just building up to your yes, which is going to be bigger than what you asked for. And I hope y'all have a great week, y'all.
Okay, so oh my God. So I think the one thing that I want to leave y'all with, because I really feel like I've been saying this a lot, is the only validation I need is from myself. I really do feel like a lot of people are seeking validation from others people, seeking validation even in education. I see this a lot, that you have grown adults that get into education because they need these children to validate them, which is weird. But I think you really need to learn how to validate yourself, and learning and validating yourself means that you are accepting of who you are, and you're comfortable in your own skin. So that goes back to what I said earlier about even being comfortable by yourself. That is you being able to feel valid in anything that you do. I don't need anybody to clap for me because I can clap for myself. I don't need anybody to constantly pour into me because I can't pour into myself. Now, people pouring into me, I appreciate that. I accept that. But I think we have to learn how to validate ourselves, because even when we talk about social media, posting, some people post things because they need for you to like that, they need for you to comment. When I post what I post, I'm posting for myself. I don't care if I don't get any likes or any views. It ain't about none of y'all. I'm posting for myself because I'm comfortable in my skin. I have the self-esteem. I can validate myself. I can be comfortable with the things that I do and how I get up and every day and when I go to sleep. As long as I feel like that I am have pleased myself, and not in a humble way. So done what I'm supposed to do for myself that day, and the man upstairs is pleased, and I did things to honor him, then that's all the validation that I need. And I think we have to learn how to seek validation within ourselves, because a
Mhm.
lot of times y'all seeking validation from people that don't even like you, that don't care for you, that don't even want to be around you. And
Mhm.
so learning how to validate yourself comes along with loving yourself, because when you love yourself, you know how to validate yourself without seeking outside validation, outside love, because sometimes it's not even genuine.
Mhm.
So
That was so good.
love yourself, validate yourself, and always remember to live fearless. And tomorrow's my birthday.
Yeah, so make sure y'all wish Phyllis a happy birthday. If y'all don't wish Phyllis a happy birthday, y'all just gonna make me mad all week.
And then
Um,
I'm not gonna talk to you for the rest of the year.
yeah, so wish her a happy birthday and mean it. Say it with your chest. State it
Period.
with your
With
chest.
your
Whether
chest.
it's on her page, on the podcast page, wish her a happy birthday.
Thanks, guys.
Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. We love y'all. Oh yeah, and before I forget, make sure y'all catch the podcast on Saturdays at the Block 105 Radio online
Yes.
show. Please tune in every Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I posted it on Instagram. Y'all should have seen it by now. They made this nice picture to advertise.
They did.
Yeah, so thank y'all for tuning in for real this time. And we'll see y'all next week. Thank
All right.
you.
I'll see y'all in two
Bye.
weeks. Bye, y'all.